welcome to another video. In this video I will be talking about my pre-planning for my next bullet journal, and I know I've been doing a ton of pre-planning videos and that kind of stuff, whether that's plan with me, my planning process video I kind of did, my pre-planning process. I know I've been doing a lot, and I'm a C personality, which means that I need every single little detail and I need all the details now. So if you're like me and you need details ahead of time, these are the videos for you. Because that is me too. Pretty much in this video, I'm just going to be showing my process. I've only ever had to do this once, because unlike a lot of my friends on Instagram and YouTube, I don't get to do this every 3 or 4 months, or 4 or 5, whichever. I fit 6 or more months in a bullet journal, because that's just how I roll. I mean, you can see that even from the beginning, my months have gotten way shorter, and I could actually, depending on how July goes, I could probably fit July and August into these last couple pages. Just depending on how I plan them. I'm kind of thinking about making July a little bit longer. Anyways, this is me just trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing in my next bullet journal. It pretty much works the same as my planning pages, which I just did a video on, so go check it out. This works pretty much the same, only it's a little bit more spread out, a little bit more general, but also specific to my next journal. So pretty much on this BuJo review, I'm doing what worked and what didn't work, just like in my monthly planning pages. And then on the next BuJo planning page, I'm going to be doing the things I'd like to try section. I might also put thumbnails, I might put some like extra little notes. This page is going to be a lot fuller than this page because I have a lot of stuff that worked, but I also had a lot of stuff that didn't work. Just even these front pages, I'm gonna X out probably most, if not all of them, and start over. And I have a lot of things I would like to try, so this page is gonna be pretty full too. So I'm gonna be doing this pretty much real time, just so you can see my process. I would like to let everyone know I am moving into an Emerald Leuchtturm 1917 A5 dot grid, all that jazz. I love this, it's amazing. I'm not going to be setting it up in this video. I'm going to be doing that later, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. I am super excited to do that video because I've been seeing all my friends do it and I haven't been able to because my system, you know, fits 6 or more months into a journal rather than 3, 4, 5, whatever. So I don't get to change bullet journals that often, which I mean, I guess saves me money, but you know, it doesn't really matter. If you've been following me for a long time, you know that I went from a ruled A5 moleskin to this dotted A5 Leuchtturm 1917, and that's pretty different. I'm so happy that I'm going to be going from Leuchtturm to Leuchtturm, because it really is a lot to change journals whenever you're planning for your next one. So my style changed completely whenever I moved into a Leuchtturm. Whenever I went in January, you know, it's pretty much just the same as my moleskin because that's what I was, you know, used to. I literally had a style that went along with the journal I was using. And you know, it worked great for that time, but once I started getting used to that dot grid, my style changed completely. My months are so much shorter now. It's amazing. So I just want you to all know, you know, if you're planning on moving journals, make sure you do your research, because here I thought the Leuchtturm was the same size as my moleskin, and whenever I get it, it's like a little bit, you know, it's like half an inch wider. I had half an inch more, you know, at least an inch more room. I'm bad at math, don't quote me on that. Anyway, do your research. There's a bunch of videos on YouTube that either review journals or give you tips on how to review journals whenever you're thinking about moving on to another one. Or you can just, you know, throw your hands up in the air and be like, I don't care, whichever one, and then blindly pick one. I mean, whatever works for you. I'm the kind of person, though, that has to plan a little bit beforehand, so I will go ahead and get started with that. You'll see my whole process. I'm going to try and do as much real time as possible. Lately, a lot of my videos have been either sped up or voiceovers, so this is actually going to be my whole process real time, my voice, everything, so I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I'm pretty much just going to be using my 01 micron and this Pilot G2 in size 07 pen. This is what I use for the what worked, you know, my little headers, subheaders, whatever they are. This is Crayola Super Tip, by the way, for anyone wanting to know. I also did a review on those, so go check it out. But I'm pretty much just going to be using this for my headers and this for all of my notes. So I'm pretty much just going to be focusing on what worked first. I love this. Sunshine and Stationery. Caitlin made that for me. It's amazing. I'm going to miss looking at it every time I open my bullet journal. I'm getting sentimental already. Okay, so this is already something I'm going to put into what didn't work because I found a new way of indexing and it works a lot better. So I'm going to just right here. So you can see I'm just going to be making little bullet notes because, bullet journal, you know. Okay. I did like the intro page. I don't think I'm going to be doing one for the next one because it's not a new month, or it's not a new year, so I don't think I'll be doing anything there. I might put the change thing though, because that is my word of the year, and I'm most likely going to be finishing the year in my third bullet journal. Year at a glance didn't work for me. I'm gonna try a different year at a glance though, just because I feel like every bullet journal needs it, whether it needs it or not. And I would like to start getting into the habit of, you know, looking further ahead than like a month. So, yeah. See, that didn't really work for me. That didn't really work. I just have more with what worked than what didn't, you know, what didn't work than what worked. I did like this. I just don't like how I did it. Or the fact that I don't really look back at these pages at all, really. That's my main issue, is going back and looking at my front pages. Let's see. I do like the fact that it's going over different parts of my life, and I did start reading, you know, I did read Miracle Morning. I did do it for 31 days. I didn't really like it, to be completely honest. I felt a little bit better, but it wasn't enough to make me keep doing it. So I kind of like this part of it. I might do something similar, just not level 10 life, so I'll go ahead and put that. Okay, 101 and 1001 is definitely going in my next one. Netflix tracker. This did come in handy. I just need a different way of doing it. So, and Instagram tracker are definitely two that I need to move. And I actually did hit this number, so I actually did fill this up before this bullet journal ended. I'm super excited. I am going to be doing a different savings tracker. This way was just, it was too finalized. Neither of these things are really happening anymore, so it was just a waste of pages, so that actually didn't work. The Healing Crystals one did work. I'm going to be doing that. Don't need that because it's completely different now. And I'm not in school anymore. So yeah, you can see that, you know, I just went through all of my main pages that stayed in this bullet journal. It didn't move month to month, you know, that kind of thing. now I can just kind of flip through my months and just see collections I might have made that I would want in the front of my next bullet journal rather than mixed into the months. So I'm just going to go through and find those. My pen pal Happy Mail Tracker. I do need this in the front. I'm sick of looking for it. That was a huge assignment. Oh man. I'm definitely gonna have this done by the time I'm done with my next bullet journal, so I won't need that one. Groceries. It's probably a good thing to thread back to, so I might like make a note of it and see, because that's actually a good idea, especially if I'm moving out. Well, I'm not moving out anytime soon, but you know, it's a good thing to have whenever I move out and have it, you know, so I know where it's at. But I'll leave it for now. See how it goes. Wish list and YouTube ideas is a good idea. Actually, you know, hey, I can actually, you know, check that one off. Yay. You know, I kind of want to move my wish list, but at the same time, I never go back and look at it. I look back at the YouTube ideas before anything else, so. And the best part, too, is the fact that, you know, whenever I came into my LOIC term, you know, I saw everyone else using them. And, you know, I wanted every single kind of spread I could think of in the beginning because I was able to make it so much easier than whenever I did in my Moleskin. And sorry, I can't think and turn at the same time. You know, whenever I first started this one, I got so, you know, spread happy. I was making so many and I don't use any of them. So now, at least whenever I'm doing this, I'll be able to know which pages I actually, you know, which collections or whatever I actually use now, rather than ones I saw on Pinterest and Instagram and stuff. That one I kind of want. Keep getting ideas and I keep forgetting that those are going to go in this section. I don't think I'll migrate that one. I like the fact that I can look back at it here, but I don't think I want it cluttering up my other one. And that's it. Okay, so that is what worked. I already made a bullet. That can be fixed. Anyways, so now we can move on to what didn't work. This list is going to be a little bit long, so okay, as far as I know, those are the main things that didn't work. I don't really feel like going through and finding all the things that didn't work. Considering a lot of this is the month-to-month stuff and not exactly bullet journal stuff. So, okay, we will just leave it at that. So now we can go on to the next BuJo planning, which is going to be super fun. And you know what? Let's actually make a little note box down here and make it things I wish I did differently kind of thing. How can we word that shorter? Let's call it what if. Change of plans. This is going to be the what if section. And just from going from what the things that didn't work, I'm going to say, okay, well, what if I did it this way? What if I did this way? You know, kind of thing. So just going to make some notes about that. Well, I didn't pretty it up as much as I thought it would, but it still works. So now we can go on to the next BuJo planning stage, and this will be the stuff I would like to try, which there's a lot, trust me. Things I'd like to try, there are a ton. So this is usually when I get on my phone and I go to Instagram and I go through my likes and my things that I would like to, you know, my collections and stuff, and just go through the ideas that I would want to try. I mean, it's really self-explanatory, really. So yeah, I'm just going to go through this and see which things I want to sort of look out for my next bullet journal. Okay, so now I have that part done. And honestly, it's not as long as I thought it was going to be. It's hard because at the same time, I know that, you know, what worked, all of these are definitely going to be put into the front of my bullet journal. But all of these I also want in there. I mean, some of these I know I can part with. I don't have to have them. But it would be nice to have them. So that's going to be the hardest part, is just, you know, whittling it down to what I know I'll probably use and what I won't. That's going to be the hardest part for me. So yeah, I think this is all I'm going to do on camera. I have sat here for a couple minutes and I can't think of anything else I could really realistically plan right now, just because I still have a month or two in this journal. I don't want to jump too far ahead, but I also don't want to miss anything. So for now, I feel like this is a good stopping point. Over here, I'll probably do some sketches or thumbnails or, you know, color theme ideas. I've seen a lot of people have a certain color coding system for their entire bullet journal, which, I mean, I kind of did too, but I mean, like, color scheme and everything for the whole journal, and I kind of want to do that, but at the same time I'm thinking of maybe just doing what I've been doing. Maybe changing my color coding system a little bit, just so I'm not using the same markers all the time. But yeah, I might also put something else over here. Once I post this on Instagram, which is Haley Journals on Instagram, I'll have a link below. Go follow me there for like close-ups of these sort of spreads. I always post the spread that I do a video about, so this will definitely be on there, along with what my new bullet journal is going to end up looking like up close and personal. I have my sticker already. I'm super excited. So yeah, I think this is just a good stopping point. Hopefully this helps someone maybe not be so afraid to jump into their next bullet journal. Hopefully this helped you figure out a way to plan for your next bullet journal. This is just how I did it. I know it's kind of probably confusing and not for everyone, but I just figured I would share because I've gotten a couple different questions about how I plan for my next bullet journal, or how I should, or what did I do the last time since I was switching from journal to journal. And since this month is my 1-year anniversary in bullet journaling, I'm definitely going to be doing a video or two based on that. Next week's video is going to be really exciting, so make sure you tune in next week. But I think this is where I'm going to end it, guys. I can't really think of anything else. So pretty much for my things that I'd like to try, I pretty much just did the things I wanted to try, and if it was from a certain person and not just like a general idea, I did write their user on Instagram next to it, so that way I knew who to credit whenever I try it, if I try it at all. So yeah, that's all I'm going to do today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Hopefully this helped, or if you just enjoy watching my videos, hopefully you enjoyed. I'm going to go ahead and skedaddle because I'm really excited to start thinking about my new bullet journal more. So I will see you guys next week. Bye!